Happy New Year, church. I believe that how we start out in January of 2020 will set the course for the rest of the year, and I really want us to start out well. Many of you know that our theme for this year is invest, and we want, as we start off this new year, specifically to invest in discipleship relationships that will transform your life and the world around us. So much of that, you know, happens in our life group communities. It happens in the personal relationships that we build with God and with one another, and that's all really amazing. But how are we going to do this together as a whole church family? Well, a few things that I want to share with you as we start off this year. First is the One Desire Fast. I'm really excited for this to get started, of just 2 weeks of fasting and prayer together that we do together with our whole family of HMCC churches. For us in Ann Arbor, we're going to be starting at sundown on January 12th and going through sundown on January 25th. And for those 2 weeks, we want to really devote ourselves to God. It's not just about denying ourselves of things, but it's about really feasting on God, growing closer to Him, depending on Him, and having Him actually shape our lives through this discipline of fasting and prayer. And so I want to encourage all of you to participate in this. The way that we tend to do this as a church is for the first week, we fast from meat and we eat just a vegetarian diet. For the second week, we actually fast from solid foods and kind of intensify the fast during that second week. And throughout all of it, we fast from social media and entertainment to be able to just focus on God alone. And I think this has been so valuable for many of us over past years, and I'm really excited to do it again this year. Along the way, each day we're going to be having devotional readings. We're going to be trying to make this a really significant experience for all of us in our life groups personally and together as a church. And so a lot more details will be coming out about that. I will just make a quick disclaimer that if for health reasons or otherwise you want to modify how you fast, that's totally fine. We just kind of try to set out some basic guidelines, but we invite our whole church to join together in that, to say how can we grow and seek after God together. So the One Desire Fast is going to be amazing. Now, to prepare for all of that, just so you know, we're starting a new sermon series over the next couple of weeks called Shaped, talking about how we are shaped by Jesus Christ and how He wants to form our lives in the midst of the world that we live in. That's going to be starting this Sunday, January 5th, with our one celebration at 10 a.m. And then please keep in mind the Sunday after that, January 12th, we'll be going back to 2 celebrations at 9 and 11 a.m. And as we continue on from there, we not only are having the One Desire Fast, but right in the middle of it, we're having what's called our Refresh Weekend. This is a weekend devoted to just being refreshed spiritually and hearing from God and ministering to one another. It's going to be amazing. I'm really excited for Pastor James and Faith Cha to come and minister to us over that weekend. Pastor James just emailed me saying he's taking 3 days just to fast and pray and ask God to speak to him about what to share with our church. That makes me so excited just to know that he is wanting to hear from God and pass that along to us. And along with that, we're going to be having some different gatherings over the weekend, but specifically, I'm really excited for Saturday afternoon when at 1 p.m. we're going to gather all the men in our church together for a men's ministry time with Pastor James. At 3:30 p.m. on that Saturday, we're gathering all the women in our church together for a women's ministry time with Faith. And that's going to be such an amazing time for us, again, just to focus in on what it means to be a woman and a man of God and how we can grow in that and how we can build each other up. And so you definitely don't want to miss that. We're making those times offset so that parents will be able to trade off childcare so that everyone can come and participate. And so please look ahead to that. And along with all of that, as we look toward Refresh Weekend, in preparation for that, some of the women in our church wanted to gather together, all the women, actually the weekend before, January 12th, for our women's ministry, prayer, and worship gathering, just to prepare for that Refresh Weekend and prepare even for the One Desire Fast. It's going to be a time of gathering the women together, sharing with one another, praying for one another, building those intergenerational relationships across our life stages, and really wanting to spiritually get ready for the fast and the Refresh Weekend and everything that God has in store. As we consider all that, we're going to be doing a lot to just get filled and get refreshed spiritually. I know it's going to be so good. And as we experience more of God for ourselves, we always want to look beyond ourselves as well. And so please remember, we're sending out our Jordan missions team to Jordan, leaving on January 24th. 24th, I believe. And as we're doing that, at the end of January, we want to invite all of you to partner with us in prayer and financial support as well. And so on January 12th, we're going to be presenting to our church about our ministry and what we're going to be doing as a team. We're also going to be inviting you to pray for us and pray with us, and also support us financially through a bake sale on that Sunday after each celebration. So please keep those things in mind as we look ahead through January. I'm so excited for what God has in store, and I hope you have a great start to your new year. God bless you guys. We'll see you again soon.